before my protective style ends at the end of the month on August 22nd. Right now I have my hair thrown up in my little pony puff. As you can see, my hair is a little drier than it normally is, or looks a little drier, and that's because one of the products that I gave a product do-over, which is this Curls Creme Brulee. I'm not loving it as much as this time, but that's another video, and I'll come back and tell you. It's not very moisturizing, and that's what I'm finding. So I am going to continue to stick with my Tresemme Naturals. So because my hair is a little more dried out than normal, or didn't seem to hold in the moisture, my hair's probably been in my pony puff for about 2 days now, maybe even a day since it's been refreshed. But anywho, want to go ahead and get started. What you'll need for this is some Eco Styler gel for your edges, a rat tail comb just for parting, a couple of clips just in case, you know, for sectioning off your hair, ponytail holder, and if your hair is as dry as mine, your little spray bottle with water. Again, my spray bottle has conditioner, a little bit of Suave Naturals conditioner, water, and olive oil in the bottle. And last but not least, bobby pins. Well, you can see I have my little clips in there, but you'll need just a few bobby pins just in case you decide that you want to tuck and pin some things away. So again, this hair is on maybe 2 or 3 day old hair. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now, what I usually like to do is start my part down the front center, and what the style is going to be is something I used to wear when I was relaxed, and I have not worn it in a while, when I would wear my hair kind of wavy curly when I was relaxed. Okay, so I'm not going to necessarily do a true part, but what I'm going to do is kind of use my finger to guide through my hair, and I'm going to section off the front half. As you can see, a lot of my styles cause for me to do this. And then the back half, I'm just going to put, for now, in a loose ponytail. I have this little cloth ponytail. That's what I usually use to wear my pony puff. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to start my first part. And if I'm going a little too fast, it's more so just so that I don't run this video too terribly long and bore you to death. Okay, so I'm going to part a decent size section, and I keep looking away because I'm looking in the mirror. The video camera kind of throws me off a little bit sometimes. Okay, so as you can see, it's a pretty wide section, and the reason I always start in the middle is because I don't like that funky, weird split part in the middle of my head. So I prefer just to have one section in the middle. And what I'm going to do is create I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller. What I'm going to do is create some braids going back into my pony puff, and if I can, I'll try it with you guys. If I can get my hair to go in a bun now that it's kind of stretched out a little bit, then I will try that. Okay, so I'm going to start at the front, and I'm just going to spray a little bit just to kind of dampen my hair. I don't want it too wet, just to make it damp, really. Okay, and then I'm going to start at the edge and grab my 3 pieces and start braiding back. You see how undefined my curls are? That's the Curls Creme Brulee on my hair. So I will not be buying that one again. I know it's part of my product do-overs. So I'll probably just use it maybe as a refresher every now and then, but not really happy with it. And I think I threw away my receipt. I haven't used much of it, but I think I'm going to be taking it back. Okay, so do you see, if you see there, I'm just going to braid to that point. And I'm going to use one clip to kind of clip it back. That way it doesn't come unraveled. Okay, so now I'm going to take down this section of my hair. And I'm going to make another semi-big, I guess I should say medium-sized section. And then I'm going to use my clip to clip this back out of the way. Okay, same thing. I'm just going to dampen it a little bit with my water. Okay, and I'm going to start at the edges. Get my 3 little sections there. And braid backwards. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and I think that's one of the things I love about this style. It is similar to the flat roll twist, but the sections are much bigger, and this is braided. And you don't have to, with the braids, you don't have to necessarily make them perfect. Whereas the flat roll twist, in order for them to look nice, you do want to take your time to make sure those are done. Okay, so I'm going to just leave the edges down, and I'm going to take that same clip that I have holding the other one and just join it in there. Alright, so now I'm going to come to the other side and do the same. Part me a little section or a medium-sized section. Make them a little smaller so they'll look a little more even there. I probably could have gone back a little further as far as my front sectioning work is, but you'll get the gist of it, and that's what I wanted to just kind of give you the gist of it for you to try yourself. Alright, and you see I can just run my fingers through my hair. At least my hair isn't tangled, so I'll say that about that product. But I'll be returning. I don't know why I keep trying to try different things outside of my Tresemme Naturals, but I do. It's the product junkie in me. And so what I'm doing is continuing to plait back, and if you can see, I probably could have started a little further up. But for time purposes, I'm going to keep going because I don't want this video to be too long. Let me find myself. There we go. Alright, so I'm braiding down most of the way towards the ends. And then I'm leaving my little, the ends out. And that's to allow it to blend with my ponytail whenever I blend it. Okay, so I'm going to take my last section on this side, dampen. And the reason I want to dampen my hair, one is as I'm kind of gliding my fingers through it to go through and braid it, I don't want to break any hair off. So I think it's better that my hair is wet so I can kind of, it can separate a little easier. You see, I haven't added any other products to my hair, just the water, because I already have the leave-in curls creme brulee in my hair. So it doesn't require, you can add more to your hair if you want more product. I'll just kind of let you see a little bit there, turn this way. Alright, I'm going to drop this down. Okay, so I'm leaving again my little edges and pin it in, and I'll do my last section over here. I got one little escapee, so I'll just use this clip to keep it out of the way. Alright, let it down. I don't want it soaking wet. I think it'll hold better, and it's easier for me to braid without having it completely soaking wet. And if I decide to wear the style to bed without redoing it, then I don't have to sleep on wet hair. Okay, I'm gonna drop down. How sad is it? I can always tell, you know, I need a workout or something because my arms get tired. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but my arms get tired hanging up there for a while. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Alright, so I'm leaving my little ends out. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I have all these little plaits across my head. Let me get this other clip out of my hair. And now what I'm going to do is I'll clip these off for now. And I want to wet my ponytail down just a little, kind of dampen it. My pony puff, give it some moisturization. And you see I have quite a bit of hair left out. Now again, I could have taken a bigger section to do the little plaits in, but I have decided to go this route. Alright, so here's the quick and easy. Now I'm just stroking these back, and I have these pent back, and I'm going to get my ponytail holder. You can use one of these, or you can use the cloth if you prefer. I'm going to, for the sake of video, use this one. Okay, and so now you can wear this little pony puff, and you can see the little plaits. So now what I'm going to do to make it a little more clean looking, I'm going to take my Eco Styler gel. Now one of my favorite tools I didn't mention is my gel toothbrush. Now I know that some naturals say that this is a no-no, or some people with their edges, but I'm hooked and I can't go back. So I do use a little brush. Now I'm going to be looking again away from you guys for a second there in the mirror. And I just put a little bit of gel. You can't really tell how much, but you can see the gel sitting on top of there. And I'm just going to slick my edges down. And I like to do this just because it makes it look a little neater, a little more clean looking, I suppose. Now I did do this style very quickly, and as you can see, it can be done very quickly. For the sake of the video, I didn't want the video to go terribly too long, I should say. And so I didn't do a thoroughly clean job, I suppose. I could have made my braids come a little further to the edges and make them look a little better. Alright, so I'm just going to gel the back up there. So this is normally when I do my pony puff, this is what I do. I just kind of put a little bit of gel on a toothbrush and brush it up, and that's to keep, because normally when I do my pony puff, my hair is soaking wet, and that's to keep my hair from curling back up on me and dropping outside of my ponytail. Alright, so there is all my, I'm done. Basically, there's all my little tools. I've used them all. I didn't end up using my bobby pins, so it's up to you whether you want to use bobby pins. And this is what it looks like. And again, this could be a little neater, like this section up here. And let me go over, there it goes. These two sections probably could be a little more separated. Do you see how that is? And you want it to look a little neater. So there's that, and I want it to look separated like that. And here's the back. Let me turn around. There's that. Now, one other thing that you could do is if your hair is long enough to make it into a bun, you can take stretch my hair a little. Let's see if I can get it in a bun with my bobby pins. And let me hurry because my video is already longer than 10 minutes. It's at, oh wow, I'm already at 13.5 minutes, so let me hurry for you guys. Okay, so I'm trying to pin it down, but you see my hair is not really long enough to make a decent size ponytail. Or I should say a decent size bun that I would like. I like the big, thick, voluminous buns. But I'm getting there. I just have to be patient and let my hair grow the way it's going to. So anyway, you can see there, if it was a bun, a big, pretty voluminous bun, I probably would like it, but I don't. So I'm going to take these out. And I would stick with rocking my little pony puff. Now, one thing I do for, because I do use this as a protective style, and it's not necessarily a true protective style per se because my ends are out. Once I let my curls sit and dry all the way, I come back over and I seal the ends with olive oil. And I don't mess with them. I don't do any fluffing or anything like that to keep them, let them fall and curl into each other as they may. But as you can see, my hair's been kind of fluffed a little bit because I've been doing this style. But anyway, that is it. Why is it looking all lopsided? I hate that. Okay, so that is it. I just wanted to kind of show you guys one last little cute protective style. And you can see I'm a little thrown off by the camera. I don't know why it always looks bad.